Morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Beth Lawrence, and one of the privileges I have as head of school, other than blowing the sidewalks off and maybe keeping the toilets going, is welcoming you to this performance, this kindergarten nativity. It's the highlight of our Christmas season, and for many of us, this may be our first kindergarten nativity. It could be our last kindergarten nativity, but it's always a very special morning. You know, Christmas is almost here. It's very chaotic season. We're hearing Christmas carols. Our shipments from Amazon or Scholastic books, if you're a teacher, are delayed. And yet, we have this moment during the season to pause and remember that God wanted to become human and experience what that would be like. The joy and the fear, embarrassment, pride, and all of those emotions are the same emotions that went into this performance, both for your children, and I would even say the teachers that are a part of it. Because of that, we ask you spend the next 20 minutes appreciating this story. It's been our practice to ask that you not take photos or videos. We have this AV, this church decked out because of COVID for AV, so you will get a link to this performance in your inbox in the next few days. But really, we ask that because your children just want to see you. They want to see your eyes. They don't want to see a phone. And they want to know that you are appreciating the efforts that we put into this. I do want to thank, as I'm waiting for our performers to come, the AV team. Roger Smith and Anya Elbert are certainly part of that. And they're the reason that I can say that you'll get a video. I would also, and they're out greeting, Cammie, would you ask Marilyn and Sarah to pop their heads in? Behind the scenes, two of the people that make this program happen are our current music teacher, Sarah Howe, also an alum. I'm very proud of that. And then what I would actually call our music teacher emeritus and the accompanist, Marilyn Wade, who was a part of this program for so many years. They are the unseen heroes, along with many of the former teachers that we bring in to help us with this. Mrs. Harvell and Mrs. Altendorf, along with their assistants, Miss Holly and Miss Davis, called in the support of Michelle Sylvan. She is also our Spanish teacher, Helen Flynn, who also teaches art. Jinsoon Sagong, always a calming presence on our campus. Gentry Ridgway, Madeline Altendorf, who happens to be Mary Altendorf's daughter. I mean, we call in all the stops when we do this. And so we are thankful for their help, and we are grateful. Mostly we're thankful that you would share your child with us. I say this every year, and every time I get in front of a mic, I can't say it enough. It is a privilege and an honor to work with your children each and every day, and thank you for giving us that honor. I see that the performers are coming, and so in just a minute, we will get our program started. Thank you so much.
As children around the world were drifting off to sleep on Christmas Eve, they began to dream. They dreamed they heard children singing.
They dreamed they were in Bethlehem on the first Christmas night. They dreamed of the angels who appeared to Mary. The angel said, "You will have a special baby."
You will have a special baby.
Then the messengers from the king came to Joseph. The messenger said, "You must go to Bethlehem to be counted."
You must go to Bethlehem to be counted.
Joseph said, "We can't go."
We can't go.
The messenger said, "It's important. You will have to go."
It's important. You will have to go.
So Mary and Joseph began their long walk.
When they got to Bethlehem, Mary and Joseph tried many places, but they could find no place to stay. Finally, at one inn, Joseph knocked on the door. The innkeeper came and said, "There is no room." Then the innkeeper's child said, "I know a place you can stay." So the innkeeper's child helped Mary and Joseph fix a place in the barn to sleep. They settled down for the night, but they didn't sleep long before
the same country, shepherds were taking care of their sheep. While they were in the fields, the angels came. The angels said, "Good news, a Savior has been born."
Good news, a Savior has been born.
As the angels left, the shepherds said, "Let's go see the new king." When the shepherds found the new baby, they knelt down and worshiped him.
The shepherds returned to their fields. Then the animals in the stable presented their gifts to the baby. In a distant country, wise people looking at the sky discovered a new bright star. They gathered their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh and started out to follow the star.
Star
When the wise people got to Judea, they stopped to see King Herod. They said, "Where is the new king?"
Where is the new king?
King Herod said, "I'm the only king around here."
I'm the only king around here.
So the wise people continued their search and finally found the special baby. They too laid their gifts before Jesus.
As the wise people left, they traveled afar telling others about the new king who was born, but they didn't tell King Herod.
About that time, the Christmas dreamers woke up and heard children singing.
Thank you, boys and girls. You guys did an outstanding job. Why don't you all take a seat and relax for a minute? Super job, kindergartners. Go ahead and sit down. So moms, dads, family, and friends, we just first of all want to thank you for sharing the Nativity with us today. This is just a really special program for us, and we are so pleased. The children, didn't you think they did a beautiful job telling the most beautiful story there is? I think so. I also want to say that this group was really fun and easy to work with, and just made it nice for us teachers every day when we came in practice. So they were eager today to be here and perform for you all today. So now I want to take a moment and recognize a few people that are a bit behind the scenes that I think need some recognition. First of all, Miss Holly and Mrs. Davis, you guys give us waves. Those two ladies helped with every practice and assisted with everything and just anything needed. They were always there, and they are just our rock. We appreciate them. Then we have two other individuals that helped us with music, and we have actually a special gift for both of them, just because they've taken a little bit of their own personal extra time, and we appreciate it. Mrs. Howe is your child's music teacher. She has just kept us on pitch and kept us enthusiastic, and we appreciate you, Mrs. Howe. And then Mrs. Wade is a past music teacher here, so she accompanied us on the piano today, and we greatly appreciate her as well. Thank you. So I just want to conclude my part to it just saying thank you again for being here, and just may you and your loved ones have a blessed Christmas. I'm going to pass over to Mrs. Harvell, and she's going to give you some details of how you can help us as we finish this program.